Hello, thanks for viewing this on-demand training for Lync 2013 Enterprise Voice Basics. Our agenda today is to talk about Enterprise Voice and define what it is, show you how to get ready to use Lync Voice, and walk you through the process of making a Lync call, adding audio to a Lync instant message, and give you some tips for success. We'll also share some resources at the end of the recording. So what is Enterprise Voice? Well, it's a tool that allows you to make calls to your contacts. You can use Lync Audio as a desk phone, so it may end up replacing your desk phone or being something in addition to your desk phone. With Lync, you have a telephone number and enterprise voicemail, and you can also have conference calls and use the conferencing capability of Lync. So the first thing you should do to get started is to set some options. Setting Lync options is done in the Lync main window in the client through the toolbar. So you can go in through the little gear wheel, click on that drop-down into Tools and Options, and here we have lots of different tabs. We're going to focus in on the audio tabs, the first one being phones. So if you have the capability to add phone numbers here, go ahead and do that. You can add a mobile phone number, a home phone number, or other numbers. And if you'd like, you can even make those visible to other people in your contact card. So if people know that you're traveling, they can reach you by dialing you, seeing that information in your contact card and dialing you on your mobile phone, for example. Now, there's another tab here for ringtones and sounds, and very much like you would do on a cell phone, you can set different ringtones for different situations. If you're a delegate to somebody, you can have a different ringtone when it's their phone that's ringing. If you're taking their calls, you can change the ringtone. So definitely go through that menu and take a look at your ringtones and see what you want to set there. And then we also have something very important here, setting up your audio device. Now, when we talk about audio devices in Lync, we're talking about any number of different things that can work as an audio device. It could be a headset that plugs in through your USB port into your laptop. Or perhaps it's a soft phone that plugs in. It looks like a desk phone sitting on your desk, operates like a desk phone, but it's actually plugged into your computer, and therefore it's really using the Lync software. So what you want to do here is go into the tab for audio devices and make sure your devices are plugged in, the various ones that you may have, and then choose here a default device. For myself, that would be a headset. I like a headset. It's portable. It's easy to use. And I just tell Lync here that this is going to be my default device. I can even test it. I can just play a little sound, make sure that the sound is coming through my headset, speak, make sure the microphone is picking it up. So those are the various tabs that I would recommend that you go about setting your options. There are quite a few other tabs as well. So there's other things you can set that are not necessarily related to audio. And again, you'll just go in, Tools, Options, and set all those other options as well, things like your picture and other details about how Lync operates. Now, one other thing I do want to mention, when you are testing your audio device, you can go down here and check your call quality. Essentially what that does is it allows you to make a little recording and play it back to see what the sound quality is like. You can do that also from your Lync main window. Here at the bottom, you'll see a place to check your call quality, and you'll be prompted to do all the things you need to do. Just say something, and then it'll play it back for you. It looks like this little robot here. So I recommend doing all those as preparatory work just to make sure that everything's working as you expect it to. Now let's talk about making a call. We'll talk about the different ways you can do that. So one way to do that is to look inside your Lync main window and just take a look at one of your contacts and hover over their picture. You'll see this quick Lync bar, the toolbar here, and you've got all your tools showing prominently, and we have the calling tool. And if you click on the drop-down arrow next to that little icon, you'll be able to see the various options for interacting with this particular person. So if Peter here has added a mobile number and made it visible to you, you could call him on his mobile. You might know that he's out and about, he's traveling or something like that, so you could make that choice. Another way to make a call is to go over here to the phone tab and to just dial the number. There may be some numbers that you know by heart, or maybe you have a Rolodex and you'd like to call a client or a vendor. Feel free to use Lync just like a phone, putting in the number, hitting the call button, and then in no time you'll be talking to that person. Now, a lot of times I start off with an instant message with one of my colleagues or maybe even a client, and I'll chat back and forth, and then I realize that, it's going on for a little while. It might be a little easier just to talk to that person. So I can add the audio from my chat very, very easily. Again, using the icon at the bottom here to call this person. If I want, I can make a Lync call. That's a computer-to-computer call. So it runs through the voice over IP technology. Or if I want, I can make a call from my computer over to somebody's desk phone. Or again, some other number. Maybe, I don't know, they might be on vacation even, and they're telling me, oh, call me at this number. And I can plug in that new number. Right here, call the new phone number. So Lync is pretty flexible, and it's pretty intuitive in that regard. There's something that you may not know about, and I'd like to mention that you can select several different people in your contact list. So using your shift key and your mouse to select several people, and then right-click once you've selected all the people and start a conference call with everybody all at once. It's really easy. It's the fastest conference call you'll ever have. No problem here. You don't have to go set up a reservation and all that. You can just make a quick conference call. If you've organized people into groups, you can also right-click on a group. So if you've got different projects that you're working on, just right-click on the project group here, and then again, you'll see that menu, Start a Conference Call. So if you get a call on Lync, you'll see a little pop-up on your computer. The person's face is here, and in the icon window, you'll see the little call. So if people are chatting you, this is going to be a chat icon. If it's a call, it'll be a call icon. And you can decide whether you accept it or ignore it or maybe send it over to voicemail if you're busy at the moment. So if you accept it, you just click somewhere here on the call, and then you'll be connected. You may want to put on your headset or grab your soft phone to talk to that person. So let's talk a little bit about managing the calls and transferring and call forwarding. What happens when you miss a call, and where do you go to pick up your voicemail? So let's say that you want to manage a call. Let's say there's several people on the call. You can use the hover capability right here and mute yourself, or you can even mute other people if you've got people in the call that you need to mute other people. You can hold the call, so you can just put it on hold. Let's say somebody walks into your office while you're talking to your colleagues. That's fine. You can just say, hey, guys, I need to talk to this person. I'm going to put myself on hold. And you can put the call on hold. So those menus are there when you hover in your call above that call button. Now, you can transfer calls as well. If you hover, look up at the top, and you'll be able to transfer to another person. That might be necessary if you're, let's say, an assistant to someone, you're talking to a person and need to transfer them over to your boss. You can do that very easily with Lync. Lync works very much like a phone. If you need to add more people into your call, you can invite them here, and you'll be able to just drop them into the call by pulling them from your contact list. And then once they are in the call, you'll see their audio shows as blue. So this audio icon, when it's gray, it means that someone is not connected. When it's blue, it means they're connected, they can hear you. And in fact, if they talk, you'll see little hash marks come out of that audio icon, and you can see visually who the active speaker is. That's another nice thing. You can see who it is that's speaking. If you don't quite know the people so well, you don't recognize their voices, that's a nice visual cue in your Lync call. Now, one of the things I really like about Lync is I can forward my calls. So I may want to forward my calls to my cell phone if I'm out and about and I don't want to miss somebody, or I could also simultaneously ring a different phone. So oftentimes when I'm working from home, if I'm not sitting right in front of my computer, I've stepped away, I may be getting some more coffee. If I set the simultaneous ring to ring my home phone, I'm definitely going to hear that call, and I can pick it up either through my computer or through that other telephone that's simultaneously ringing. Sometimes you miss a call, and that's fine. You can find it over here in the call history. So you can see when someone's called you, and you can just double-click on their name to call them back. You can also resume earlier calls that you've had. So if you were talking with Jill here the other day, you can double-click and call her again. You can also view the call history in Outlook. So there's a folder in Outlook that allows you to view that. Voicemail can be picked up here on your phone tab. So you'll be able to play that voicemail. You'll see it. Again, you're going to receive a message in Outlook that lets you know that you've missed a call, and it will give you the option to play that voicemail from Outlook as well. So there's multiple places that you can go to play your voicemail. So here it is in Outlook. Just click play. Another neat thing about Outlook is that there's an actual text preview of the voice message. So you could read through that if you happen to be in a place where it's not appropriate just to launch that sound file. You can just read through it. Now, you can set up delegates in Lync to answer your calls. So if you are an executive and you have an assistant, absolutely go in under the call forwarding options and click on Edit My Delegates, and that will allow you to set someone up to be able to answer your calls. Maybe you want to do that when you're on vacation and just forward those calls to your delegate, and they'll be able to see that that call is coming in and answer it for you. As a best practice with audio, it's probably a good idea to wire up. You can do a wireless connection. It may be just fine for you, but if you're having any issues with that, do connect up to your network port. And then sometimes you can have issues with VPN or remote access service. Not always, but again, sometimes. So those are things to check if you're having any kind of difficulty with your call quality. Do set up your audio devices ahead of time. Make that test call. Ensure your device is working properly. What you want to do when you're looking for a device is use a high-quality Lync-compatible audio device. What it has inside is the echo cancellation, and what you're looking for when you're purchasing those is something that is Lync optimized. So you can search for that, just plug in the words Lync optimized, and you'll come to a page that gives you all sorts of different companies that make devices that are compatible with Lync. You can use a noise-canceling microphone. That's usually part of the device. And if you are on a call with a lot of people, just like telephone conference calls, it's a good basic sort of best practice to mute your audio unless you're speaking. So that's going to prevent background noise and echo and all that kind of distracting noise. If you're joining a call with other attendees who are also sitting in the same room, use only one computer so that you don't have that feedback. If there's several computers playing the audio, it can be picked up and sent round and round in sort of a feedback loop. So just run it through one computer. And Lync does connect up to devices that are designed for your conference room, like roundtable devices, and those devices may run that sound and broadcast it and amplify it a little bit for people sitting around a conference room table. So I do want to wrap up with some resources that are available for you. We do have some great resources online, getting started with Lync, and here, the quick reference cards. Those are handy. They're going to give you the step-by-steps on how to do basic functions. For example, how to make a call, how to transfer a call. So you've got that. And we also have further training, so please join us either for an on-demand recorded training, or you can sign up for a training with an instructor, and that's a live person you can talk to and ask questions. So we encourage you to sign up for further trainings if you'd like, and point your colleagues also to those trainings. So with that, I want to thank you for watching this training and wish you all the best of luck using Lync.